That defense is not doing jack. That secondary is non-existent. They might as well not even be back there.
Welcome everybody to Spikes and Heels. I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Gwen.
And we're about to get started talking about football. But before we do, really quickly, this is the last week for you to enter to win NFL Game Pass. If you are not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Anybody that's a subscriber is going to be entered for a chance to win NFL Game Pass. And we're going to select the winner, or you're going to see the winner on October the 2nd or so. So stay tuned. It's time to get started with this week's hot topic. What is the hot topic, Gwen?
The hot topic this week is the Chiefs have the same record that we have. They are 1-2.
Yeah,
now, notably, the Ravens beat them, but I don't think nobody had the Chargers beating them.
As a matter of fact, I was looking on the Chargers social media on Instagram earlier, and they posted all of the expert picks, and every single expert picked the Chiefs, even though we're not experts, we picked the Chiefs too. And so they were like, look, everybody picked the Chiefs. What kind of experts are y'all? The Chargers beat the Chiefs today.
Mm-hmm. Just because they got one wrong don't mean they're not experts. In any given Sunday.
Yeah.
That's what they say. But I'm a little concerned. I think they've been figured out. I feel like all you have to do is the Chiefs. I just said it. I think Tom and them exposed them. See, the Super Bowl, they were saying the line wasn't together. But to me, watching the game, the line wasn't the issue. So now we come to this season and we are watching the games. I just feel like they've been exposed, like teams are really going at them, because all they have to do is run it, just straight run it at them or catch. Their secondary looks a little bit suspect. The people catching too many passes, they all over the place. It's just awful. It's so awful that they done gave that man heart palpitation.
What man?
That dude just, Andy Reid, the coach just left the stadium in an ambulance because he having heart palpitation. So, yeah, they need to get it together. They can't be doing that dude like that. But it ain't funny, Sabrina, but I'm just saying, they going down by the head, the Chiefs, this year. Going right at them.
Do you think the Chiefs are going to be like the top seed because you got the Bills and just different teams that could be coming at them?
Well, we already called it. We said the Bills when we originally said it. Mm-hmm. We called the Bills because I feel like they've been exposed. They ain't got no more tricks.
Well, the good thing about it is for their sake, Mahomes always figures out a way. So it's still early. It's only 3 weeks, but it's not looking too crispy now.
It's sure not.
Yeah.
So here we go again. The game of the week again was the Ravens versus the Lions.
Wow.
Tucker. So both of their offenses and defenses were sputtering. Lamar didn't have a super Lamar day. He was the manager today. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He did enough to keep them. But man, did you see my man Tucker hit a 66-yard field goal? And then they don't hit the goal post and then bounce straight up and then fell on the back. So that's how they won.
Yeah, and that was an NFL record. And he had set a record before. Tucker is absolutely, let me just say this. You don't typically see field goal kickers get into the Hall of Fame. It's a very rare thing. Tucker is going to be one of those that gets in. He has already broken records. He broke one today, 66 yards to win this game for his team.
But again, like I said, I don't know if I want to call it the game of the week, but it was the play of the week. They keep having these one plays per game to make the whole game feel like it was great. But actually, it was just that one. They went for Harbaugh is my dude. Yeah, last week, he called the 4th and 1. This week, he wanted to kick a 66. Come on, who does
But it's because he has faith in his players. He knows his players' strengths and weaknesses. And if he feels like they can do it, he'll take.
And I think it's because he want to win his division. It was tight last year. 3 of them went. You know what I'm saying? So, but Man, I wouldn't have called. If you would have told me dude would have did that, I was like, "Are you crazy? He ain't kicking out." Man, congratulations.
The Ravens actually, Lamar had to complete a very long play. It was 4th and 19. And Lamar had to complete a long play in order to get Tucker in position to kick the field goal. The time had expired on the play clock. It was at double zeros, and they didn't hike the ball till 2 seconds later. So technically, they should not have had that opportunity to kick that field goal.
It's always something.
Yeah, so if I was a Lions fan, I would be a little salty because the Lions wins are hard to come by to begin with, and now you have stuff like this. So technically, if they were going to go for it, it would have been, 4th and whatever, 5 more yards, 4th and 24. And that's even harder to convert for Tucker to now get the chance. So technically, the Ravens
they won that game on a missed call.
Yes, they missed the call for sure.
Every week it's one. Every week they won that game on a missed call, and it'll be right at the end, like the last play of the game or the second to last play of the game.
Yeah, but like you said, congratulations to the Ravens fans. They are so hyped and excited right now.
Well, history is repeating itself because today my cousin sent me a TikTok. And guess who was starring in it?
Who, Gwen?
The Russells. She's working on a chair. We done seen Sierra do this 1,000 times, Russell doing that. And of course, what happened today? They lose to the Vikings 30-17. Now, we can't put it all on Russell, but he is the captain of the Seahawks. I just can't. Something is off with this dude. And I don't get it. You go from being a MVP, Super Bowl winning, all of that stuff, to he's not even mediocre now, Sabrina. I'm sorry.
He's mediocre, but like you say, it's something going on. Gwen has this theory that Russell was too wrapped up in TikTok.
This Sabrina. History has shown. All I'm saying is go back and think about all these celebrity couples. When it comes to the football players, I don't know what these women got. Do they need to teach all of us these tricks? But they seem to be off a little bit. I'm not telling him don't spend no time with his wife because I believe in the Institute of Marriage. It is very important. I'm just saying I feel like maybe he can take a page out of a TB12 book and practice a little more and do that type of stuff because you're not doing well. You got $140 or $120 million and you're not performing.
And that goes back to your other theory, how Gwen has this theory that when players get their big contract, they don't play as well after that because the desire isn't as strong. They got the money. And so
he got the wife, he got the money, he got the happy life. But play a little bit more. I feel like I don't need to be seeing you TikToking with your wife twerking on chairs. You need to, like I told him last year, sit down somewhere. And doesn't look right to me. If I'm the owner of this team and you sputtering, I done paid you all this money and you're losing. Now it's not all on Russell. I get it.
That's what I was going to say.
11 people on that field, but the captain got to get it going.
And let's be fair. Let's look at it. The boy that the man that you don't like to always give credit to, Tom Brady. Okay, I'm not a big fan of his either, but he went from the Patriots to the Buccaneers, and that first year took a team that was mediocre at best, and they won a Super Bowl their first year. So like you say, the captain of the team can set the tone for everybody. Yeah.
When I was the owner of the team, I don't want to see that mess. Why don't you practice them more? Give him a couple of more reps. What you need, let's do this. I get it. It's not solely on Russell, but he's the captain of that team. And we're going to parlay this into another conversation about our team in a minute. But I'm just saying, I just would like for him to get a little bit more, sir. These people done gave you $120-something million.
So since you mentioned it, you mentioned our team.
Good night.
And we did our picks last week, and we both knew for sure.
Even though I took the L because Sabrina was the brave one and went against, but we knew. But I knew I was going to get an L. I was hoping I wouldn't. But come on, we got monkey stomped today, Sabrina.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. And I hate to say that. I'm not surprised.
I didn't think we was going to get beat like that. That dude completed 70% of his passes. That is unheard of. That defense is not doing jack. That secondary is non-existent. They might as well not even be back there.
What I was trying to say was the Bills are they play up to their potential. I really, honest to goodness, feel like it's part of the players too. But I got my eye on Del Rio a little bit. Like why some of the schemes.
Man, you got your eye.
I don't think
he don't know what he's doing.
And the way the secondary is playing so far off and giving too much cushion to the receivers is that
I'll let you
get up on them a little bit more.
Him and Riviere are defensive players. They both done played in the defense side in the NFL. If anything, we should have the best linebackers in the league. And we don't.
Yeah.
That Holcomb dude is sorry. Then you get rid of Moreland for this trash.
I don't think Holcomb is sorry. It's the secondary. For me, it's
Sabrina.
Teams have been throwing up and down that field like they taking airplanes, just flying all up and down the field.
I need to calm down. I'm sorry, y'all, for yelling in y'all ear. I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't come across that loud. But I'm just, for Del Rio and Riviere, those who never know or didn't know, they were both linebackers. Did I get that right? They were both linebackers.
I know Rivera was.
I believe they were both linebackers. Mm-hmm. So if anybody, any team, your head coach and your defensive coach, mm-hmm. you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But and the other dude that played on the team with Riviere is the defensive coach for the Bills. His team's sputtering. I mean, that's sputtering. They off and running. Right. They don't have the same issues we have. There is some kind of breakdown among them coaches, Sabrina. Yeah. It's no way that you are practicing and getting and training these dudes, and then they go out on the field. It's not crossing over from whatever they're being taught or being told to do. Something is happening because they look hard. Sabrina, I promise you, if they don't win last week, my special guest I was going to do last year.
Oh yeah,
be on our show this year.
So you're saying if they
don't win next week, I gotta bring her out. It's crazy, but those would say because Heineke was sputtering today. I'll get it.
Heineke had 2 or 3 turnovers today, and on top of that, those receivers were dropping balls just like they was bombs. Like I don't want to.
Man, I thought it was a hot potato. Was the ball heated up?
Right.
Because every time it touched one of their hands, they would let it go. Like, what is going on?
I don't know. And it's so funny. You can look at body language for a team.
Dejected.
They look like, which is why they were dropping passes. It was almost like they just gave up mentally, and you could see it in the drop passes and the lack of pass rush. If they care, now is the time to do something because there's no more time after this. It's going to go downhill. This is it. They
scoring on the first drive of all these games. That's enough to knock the middle end out.
At will. at will.
It's enough to, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. We ain't gonna have this line for too many years because history has shown everybody want money. They can't pay all of them $90 million. Not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Chase is due a big old contract when he get out his rookie contract, and Montez too, because they have played and they're gonna price him into the Pro Bowl in his first year. You know he gonna get some money. Mm-hmm. You don't have to figure it out to keep them together, but you ain't got too many years to keep these boys together. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to put it together right now. So with all that energy I just gave y'all, I still love my team. But when I tell you this is terrible.
We forgot to tell you this. We had a little gathering today at my house, and here's a picture of us. It was me, Gwen, and my mom. Yes, that's my mother. I get
and my Uncle Bobby.
Yes, and Uncle Bobby was there. He's not in the picture, but the one that was a couple of videos back, he was there. My sister and my brother, not a lot of people, small group. And so Bobby was saying that he was noticing Heineke wasn't running as much as he normally would. You know, it's almost like Heineke is trying to prove that he can, stay in the pocket and pass. And that's great, you know what I'm saying, in this place. But if you have that natural instinct and you feel like you need to run, don't hold back on that. Run. I just feel like if everybody just does what they know they can and supposed to do, we'll be okay. But this, and I expected this result, but not this, like you said, not this bad.
Man, they look terrible, Sabrina.
So let's, we'll get to the picks later, but I hope next week is better.
Yeah, me too. And then now look, this I'm saying, any given Sunday, how the Rams take down Tom. The one time I root for him and I go, oh, he got this. How they take him down, Sabrina? Donald was suffocating today.
Listen, I think I may have gotten my NFC team wrong in terms of who I think is going to the Super Bowl.
Who you think is going to be?
I think we could have seen a preview of the NFC championship
title game.
Yes, I think it's going to be the Bucs versus the Rams, and if it's in Sophie, I think the Rams have the edge. Brady did not look like his usual self. He did not have the heroics at the end like he normally does. He couldn't bring his team back, and shouldn't all be on him, like we were talking about earlier with the other team. But yeah, the Rams came out victorious, and they beat them well. Like, even though the score was just 34-24, the Rams beat them more soundly than that, even.
But he's expected to win every week, so when he loses, he gets on himself.
Yeah, and he was
hard on his
sideline looking like he was.
I'm losing to them.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's do this, Sabrina. In all fairness, when we get to week 9, we could do our revamp or revise picks. How about that?
Oh, as far as the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's only fair. Because this thing, all them quarterbacks went down last week, and now everybody else going down. This thing is terrible. And then people are losing games to people that didn't even make playoffs, and then these teams is winning. They are over the place. There's no formula this year. You can't say, because look at the Steelers. But we kind of called this because Ben should have said when retired.
Yeah, you
this
said
all
that?
On Tomlin. This all on Tomlin. Because you couldn't make a decision about him. I don't know why y'all was fighting to keep him. I get it. Haskins probably wasn't ready all the way. But this going to be a scratch year for a lot of teams.
Yep, and you just mentioned, let's just talk about that real quick. The Bengals beat the Steelers.
Come on now.
Nobody picked, 99% of people did not pick that.
Only the people in Cincinnati picked them.
And even they wasn't too sure when they did it. Yep. What is going on with the Steelers besides Ben? You know what I mean?
Juju's not catching. JJ out. That defense ain't got the push like we was just saying about ours. They're not getting the sacks that they normally get in the past. It just looks like the teams that used to be here have learned, or they're acquiring the pieces they need, whether it's through the draft, better coaching. I don't know, but it feels like all of them are starting to come up now. Let's call them the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Even the Broncos 2-0. I don't. Did they play today?
They won today, and
see what I'm saying?
And I think did they shut out?
They 3-0.
I want to say they had a shutout today too. Yeah, I think they had a shutout. Yeah, I want to say the other team had 0. Whoever it was. Saying? Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Like you said, it could be a slow changing of the guard in a lot
exactly, but I feel man. So I'm gonna be calling these games tight, and I'm flipping coins from now on because it's no way anybody had the Bengals beating the Steelers today.
Like you said, unless she was in Ohio.
Exactly.
So another game that we got wrong when we picked last week was the Saints and the Patriots. We picked the Patriots, and the Jameis show came back. Like for week 1, he did enough to help his team, and the Saints beat the Patriots.
So this is gonna be the formula for him out, Sabrina. If we pick him, if he lose this week, he's gonna win next week.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna start doing.
Exactly.
He flipped. Like he's like I said, remember I said he had Florida State. It was like this. But he was consistent enough at Florida State for them to get to the championship. They went like 2 years in a row. He won one. So he was consistent enough to do it. But when since he's been in the NFL, it's been like this. So since I didn't pick him this week, I'm sure gonna pick him next week. No, but he won this week, so he losing next week.
That's funny. We don't even know who they playing. You just gonna go with the strategy.
I already done called it.
You funny. Oh my goodness. The last 2 games that we picked from That's 3 games that we picked from this week were the Panthers versus the Texans. Gwen picked the Panthers. I picked the Texans, and Gwen got the.
If they had no quarterback, Sabrina.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what I was.
That's why. That's the thing I said. I said, who? Tyrod hurt too. They ain't winning that game.
I thought, and that's another team. Panthers are also
3-9. Come on now. Who would have called this?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. And I know Panthers fans, I'm not giving y'all the respect that y'all, I'm sure y'all feel y'all deserve, but I don't see it yet. I'm not a believer yet. And then the other 2 games are the Packers versus the 49ers. We did that pick. We both picked the Packers. The game is on right now as we're taping this. It's the 4th quarter and the Packers are up by 10, but we don't know how that's going to end. And then the Eagles and the Cowboys play tomorrow night. We had a hard time picking that one because it's kind of even things there, but we picked the Eagles. So
Eagles, and that's not going to happen.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Man, I do not want to hear those Star fans' mouths. If we lost the way we did this week and then they beat the Eagles, they're going to think they won the daggone Super Bowl.
My
last nerve.
They are the most delusional people I've met in my life. And their head mascot is Skip.
Skip Bayless, girl.
It just hear him talk about this sometimes. I be like hitting myself like, am I up?
Right, am I awake?
This dude is asleep.
No, yeah, it's him that's asleep. He's delusional sometimes the way it's almost like he doesn't see things clearly when it comes to them. Everything is just beautiful and wonderful. And if they lose, it's an excuse. And if this would have just happened, he's real delusional. And that's how all of their fans are.
All of them. He's the ringleader.
The face of it.
He's the ringleader. And I refuse to turn my phone off. I'm just going to decline. I'm going to start acting like, you know what I'm learning as I get older and each year with wisdom? You have to let people in. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when they call, I can just murder their actions when they lose. I'm going to decline or turn my phone off.
See, I would ask Robert, hello, because I got something to say to them too.
But what can you say to somebody that's not in reality? You can't get common sense or talk common sense with a delusional person.
Right, you're right.
You said even last week, 2 weeks ago, perfect. We both lost. Why are you calling me?
Right.
I just want to let y'all know y'all some bums, but we both bums because we both lost. And something I noticed, they starting to use Zeke with Tony Pollard. That might work in his favor. That might work in their favor.
Like to have the running back balance. Okay. Correct. Yeah.
But it is what it is. Next topic. All right, Brittany, let's get into our week 4 picks.
Okay, so this week we have 10 games we're going to pick. We normally try to keep it between 6 and 8, but there were so many good ones, we couldn't pare it down. So we're going to keep this moving. All right, so the first one, we're going to get it out the way. Washington at Atlanta.
Washington.
We are going to bounce back. We have to bounce back. This is ridiculous. Washington. All right, the New York Giants at the New Orleans Saints. The Saints. So that goes against what we said. We said if Jameis
won. I get it, but they playing. But he at home with them.
Yes.
So I'm gonna give him one more win.
Yes, I'll say the Saints as well. Okay. Next, we have the Kansas City Chiefs who lost today. They a little bit upset at 1-2 at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Chiefs.
See, last week it was 2 games I had instincts on. I didn't pick, and I would have been right if I had went with my gut. I'm going to say the Eagles are going to win by 1.
Okay.
I know that sounds crazy. I'm going with it. Eagles. So next up, we have the 3-0 Carolina Panthers at the Dallas Cowboys in Texas. What are you going to do? What are we going to say?
I figured it out how I'm going to have to say it. I can just do it. So I'm going to point to it.
Okay, and I don't want to say it out my mouth either. So
let's do it together. Wait, but
I don't know. Maybe I'm even going to pick the Panthers. Let me think. No, I got to point to it.
Let's do it together.
We won't say that out our mouth. All right, next up, we have the Seattle Seahawks who have been struggling against the San Francisco 49ers.
Struggling.
We being kind today with kind words against the 49ers in California. Who we going to pick? And that's an NFC West battle too. So that's the division.
No, they got to win that game.
I'm picking the 49ers. The Seahawks are going to fall to 1-3.
And I'm gonna go with Russ.
All right, so that's a split. All right. Ooh, this is a biggie. The Cardinals of Arizona against the LA Rams. Ooh, that's gonna be a big, huge.
That's gonna be a test, but I think that mountain a little bit too steep to climb.
So
I'm
what
going with the Rams.
I want to go with the Rams, logically speaking, but I feel like they're on a high and they feel like they are all of that, and so the Cardinals might come in and sneak up on them. I'm going to pick the upset and say the Cardinals.
Okay, that's my team though, but I think that might be a little bit too much of a a hill to climb. So yeah,
I'm with you. I do get it, but I'm just gonna go with the upset. Yeah, I agree. Next, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Green Bay Packers. It's getting tough. Like, I don't know who to pick.
You just got to think and pick one. They going to Pittsburgh too?
No, it's in Green Bay.
Packers.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say the Steelers.
Okay, and they ain't. No.
Okay, so you say definitively Packers.
Definitely.
Okay. All right, we have the Baltimore Ravens next at the undefeated Denver Broncos in Denver. I'm picking the Ravens.
Me too. Okay.
Okay.
I got to pick Lamar.
Okay. All right, two more. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady against his former team, the New England Patriots.
He's definitely gonna whoop them.
Yeah, he's going. He knows he ain't gonna go to his old team and lose.
No,
he's gonna be ready for that game. It might be at least one of your stomps, gorilla, monkey, something. Yeah, so we both pick Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Okay. And finally, we have the Las Vegas Raiders at the LA Chargers. I think it's going to be a shootout between Carr and Herbert, and I think the Chargers are going to win.
I'm going to have to go with you with that.
So Chargers. All right.
Chargers.
We're going to see how we did. So I'm looking back at week 3, how we did, and we did not do very well this week at all. I think each of us got like 2 right based on what I'm looking at. And then there are 2 games that are still being played or have to be played. But it was a bad week 3. Let's just put it like that. So we hope we do better with these picks for week 4.
I'm going to go back. I told you when I was doing this last year and tally up where we are, because I think we need to have a running tally, like where everyone is. I know Sabrina is leading.
I don't think
definitely got me this week,
much.
But you got me by at least 3.
I don't think it's that much.
If you add all the weeks together. So yeah, I'm just gonna always take an L, but I said let me just play a little bit. This week I think I got my Washington and the other teams a little bit better. But yeah, we should be fine. But good luck to everybody. I hope everyone's your team wins.
Unless you are the Atlanta Falcons, because we want to win.
or a Cowboys fan. Right. All right, that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed, stay safe, subscribe.
Bye.